Welcome to Lesson 66 in Algebra 1/2, second edition. This lesson is called Changing Rates. We've worked with rates before and unit rates. A unit means something to one. Okay, so if we take a rate 60 miles in 3 hours, we can reduce that to 20 miles in 1 hour. Same thing here, 40 words in 2 minutes would equal 20 words in 1 minute. Alright, so to convert to unit rates, you simply divide the top number by the bottom, and then you'll get your unit or times 1 rate. Alright, let's look at some examples. Prince Charming traveled 60 leagues in 2 days. So 60 in 2 would be 30 in 1. So 30 leagues per day. Then he doubled his rate. Alright, so double would be 60 per day. How long would it take him to go 300 leagues at this new speed? Well, if he's going to go 300 leagues and he's going 60 per day, we would say 300 divided by 60, take off that last 0, 30 divided by 6, it would take him 5 days. Alright, the machine could cap 500 bottles in 2 hours. If it can do 500 in 2, 500 divided by 2 is 250 per hour. If the rate of the machine was tripled, alright, 250 per hour times 3 would give us a new rate of 750 per hour. How many bottles could be called in 10 hours? I'm sorry, this should say capped. How many bottles could be capped in 10 hours at the new rate? Well, here I know the rate is 750 per hour, and I've got 10 hours. So 750 the first and 750 the second. You could do that 10 times, or you could say 750 times 10 equals 7,500 bottles. Alright, Vacuous ran 6 miles in 2 hours. Alright, 6 miles in 2 hours would be 3 miles per hour. Then he ran 20 miles in 4 hours. So 20 divided by 4 is 5 miles per hour. By how much did his rate increase? Well, it went from 3 per hour to 5 per hour, so it increased 2 miles per hour. Alright, let's do a couple of practice problems. Jim drove the 120 miles to grandmother's house in 3 hours. Alright, so that would give him 120 divided by 3 would give him a rate of 40 miles per hour. He increased his speed by 10 miles per hour on the way home. So 10 would be 50 miles per hour. How long did it take him to drive home? Well, he's got to go 120 miles because it's the same distance back as it was coming up. So we'd say 120 divided by 50, 120 divided by 50, and take those zeros off. 12 divided by 5 is 2.5. So it took him 2.5 hours, just increasing his speed 10 miles per hour. Alright, and finally, Margot could pickle 500 cucumbers in 2 hours. Alright, so that would be 250 per hour. She got tired, and she reduced her rate by 1/2. So that means she's going to divide that rate by 2. Now, her new rate is 125 pickles per hour. How long will it take her to pickle 2,000 cucumbers at this new rate? Alright, I've got 2,000, and I'm going to divide that by 125. And let's see, 125 times 4 is 500. So times 8 would be 1,000. So times 16 would be 2,000. Use that mental math anytime you can, guys. Keep that brain sharp. So it would take 16 hours to do 2,000 cucumbers if she were doing them at 125 per hour. Good job. I'll see you next time for lesson 67.